Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Toronto, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, including the Hateful Eight trailer, which made its debut today. First things first, though, let's talk about the Hateful Eight trailer, which made its debut today. Now, if you've not seen that trailer, make sure to click the link in the description box, or you can click right here. Quentin Tarantino, a polarizing director, is someone that most people tend to enjoy, but those who are against violence and profanity are obviously not on the same page. However, my taste for Quentin Tarantino differs from most people. Obviously, when people say Quentin Tarantino, names like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs come up in conversation. Now, granted, I enjoy those movies, but I find myself enjoying Quentin Tarantino in his later years. Inglourious Basterds, I think, is the best thing he's directed up until this point. I loved Django Unchained. I love the Western style of it. That was probably, actually, I chose that as my favorite movie of 2012. Well, one of them. And then we have The Hateful Eight coming out. A movie that will be the second in 3 Westerns that Quentin Tarantino directed. The first, obviously, being Django. The second being The Hateful Eight. And the third one we'll find out more about later. But Quentin Tarantino has said you have to direct 3 in order to, consider yourself a Western director. Now, this movie is going to be hitting theaters on Christmas Day in 70mm capable theaters. Now, that's not something we're going to find often. Most theaters now have removed film projectors and put in digital projectors. But it will be really interesting to see this movie on film. Quentin Tarantino, obviously a pioneer in making sure that film preservation is a big thing. Continues to shoot on film, loves the way film looks, and has defended the film versus digital argument for a long time. Let's get into the trailer nonetheless. So, this movie is going to be surrounding 8 strangers who are stuck in a cabin during a monstrous blizzard that's going down. The movie stars Kurt Russell, Sam Jackson, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Bruce Dern, Channing Tatum, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Bruce Dern, if I haven't said that already. So quite an interesting cast. My first go-to in that list is we have our Quentin Tarantino regulars, Jackson, we have Roth, we have Madsen, we have Dern. And then we have some interesting characters. We have Channing Tatum, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh. So I'm really expecting a lot out of this movie, and I've been waiting for the trailer. Boom! Trailer hits today, and I have to tell you, I've watched it multiple times already because of how fun the trailer is. I think this trailer is so good and so fun to watch that it makes me so excited for the movie. Now, prior to this year, when I started doing these video updates, I never watched trailers. I always try to go in things blind because sometimes they reveal a little bit too much. However, this was one of those trailers that will probably end up on my list for favorite trailers of the year at the end of the year when we do Chasing Cinema Awards. I had just so much fun watching it. The music was great. The editing was great. Our introduction to all the characters was really fun. I loved the beginning when we have Sam Jackson talking about Kurt Russell, who's nicknamed the Hangman, and why he's named the Hangman. I love the setting of the movie. I love the whole snowy wonderland, if you will. Well, not wonderland, more like, complete miserable land for these characters, I guess you could say. But I think there's something really spectacular about this movie. I think it's going to be a real great picture. Not to mention that one of the things that I'm looking forward to is the score, which offers the first score, Western score from Ennio Morricone in 40 years, I believe. I could be getting that number wrong, but I know it's been some time. Quentin Tarantino revealed, I think around Comic-Con, that this composer, who's one of the greatest Western composer of all time, will be working on this picture. So I'm really excited for the film's look, the film's sound, the film's performances. I mean, this movie's going to really kind of fall on the shoulders of the actors, as the movie's just basically about these 8 strangers interacting. So nonetheless, I'm looking forward to this movie, but what are your thoughts? Watching this trailer, how do you feel about The Hateful Eight? Now, if we go back, there's a lot of history with this movie as well. This was a movie that Quentin Tarantino wanted to do. However, after the script was leaked, he said, no, I'm not going to do it at all. They had a table read. There was talk of him releasing it just as a script or a graphic novel, I believe, at one point. I could be wrong about that. But nonetheless, he decided, anyway, this is my 8th film. I'm going to do it regardless. So now he is making this movie, and I, for one, am truly excited to see it. What are your thoughts? Let me know down here in the comment sections below. I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this trailer. That's going to wrap it up for today's movie news update. Guys, I'm Jacob Toronto. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Remember, if you want to check out the trailer for the Hateful Eight or the 30-second spot from Star Wars The Force Awakens, or these photos that I've just been talking about, go to the description box. You could find all of them there. Or, of course, you could go to chasingcinema.com, the hub of everything that we do, and read our reviews. You could check out our podcast, all of our videos, and much, much more. Also, guys, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. That is the most important thing you could do all day, because I don't ever want you to be out of the loop and not know what's going on in the world of motion picture. And every single day, I'm bringing you an update to make sure you're up to date. How does that work? So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I'm your host, Jacob Toronto. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and please continue chasing cinema.